Islam
in
and
the UK
Western
alone.
civilization don't work together. 100% assimilation is a must. You have to have cultures that are prepared to live alongside each other and accept that the way they see the world mightn't be the correct way. So Muslims living with Hindus is a problem, right? Muslims living with Buddhists is a problem. Same with Christians, same with Jews, same with Sikhs, same with atheists, same with other Muslims. Like everywhere they go, everywhere they go, there's a problem. And actually, go through all the countries. Like they've got Gaza, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, Lebanon, Nigeria, Kenya, Sudan. They're not happy in all of those countries. So these people who are coming, I'm going, you're passing through thousands of miles of safe country, of countries that you could easily settle down in and start a new life, and yet they choose to come here. And the reason they're coming here is not for any other reason than this is the most advantageous system to be taken advantage of. We are the most tolerant, the most suicidal, empathetic nation that is about at this moment in time. That's why people are prepared to get in dinghies and fucking risk it all to get halfway into the channel to get picked up by the RNLI. Which is then brought to the country, put into certain hotels around the country, and some people obviously think that's a good thing for those areas, and other people don't. Now, if you're not allowed to protest and say that you don't, and these are the reasons you don't, for fear of being labelled as a far-right terrorist or a far-right extremist by people who haven't a fucking idea about what's happening on the ground in these working class communities because they live in upper class, petty bourgeoisie, gated private communities where the kids go to private school, and whenever they move around, they're surrounded by security people who look after them. On these council estates and in these poorer areas, we have a huge problem. And the people are trying to communicate that problem and not being listened to. And then you get people like this gaslighting you all the time, saying to you, no, you're a racist for thinking that. You're far right for thinking that. There's a synagogue attacked and we get a fucking dickhead footballer, absolute idiot who is available, his arsehole is for rent to the highest bidder. If that's the Qataris, he'll forget anything to do with human rights to go and take the Qatari money. He is a whore who is open for exploitation, as he has shown this weekend with his stupid comments. Now, if he was a man of the people like he says he was, and if he was really at touch or in touch with his fan base or the people that support his shows or his football club or some of his businesses, then he would know middle-aged white men in this country aren't the problem. Sticking a few flags up and being petrified that your daughters or your granddaughters or your wife are going to be accosted in a changing room by an illegal invader is not a fucking far-right position. It's not like you're seeing a rise in some kind of far-right extremism, because if we were seeing that, we would start to see people going into communities or going into pride marches or going into anything to do with what they're meant to be against and causing problems. When was the last time you've seen a middle-aged white man go in and cause catastrophic damage to a community he doesn't agree with? Well, I can give you 44,000+ examples of that when it's Islamic and Muslim extremists going into places where they seek to wreak terror for people that they do not believe in their lifestyle choice.
Well, this is it.
The numbers don't lie.
It's a prime example of what you were saying before. Have you seen the news about the Tower Hamlets Council in London?
No.
Okay, so the Tower Hamlets Council in London are now putting through council to debate whether they can now class. You've seen that Pink Ladies group?
No.
So there's a Pink Ladies group, and it's all women, working class women. They all wear pink and they all go and protest against, what's going on in the country at the minute. Now, Tower Hamlets are now going to deem this Pink Ladies group as a far-right organisation. Okay. Now, wait. And they're also any flag flyers in Tower Hamlets will be classed as far-right. This is the council. Go and look at their council, their MPs. Every single one of them. What are they all?
Muslim.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a problem we've got in this country now. When you have a constituency which is just one section of society, especially Muslim, they're going to side with that one section of society. So this is council level. This isn't just like a little mini group. This is the actual council.
Well, but this is the
London.
thing about it is like, you know, I quoted before, so, you know, there was somebody who came up on my Twitter feed, and the question they asked the AI was, how many people have been killed worldwide due to far-right extremism compared to Islamist extremism since 2000? Just give two numbers. So Thought came back and said far-right extremism was 475. I need to qualify this because I said the wrong number before. Islamic extremism was 243,124. So those numbers are overwhelming. Now, we have to, I'm not saying that's every single person who practices Islam.
No,
but
it's not.
When
We know
there's,
that. That's
when there's certain demographics that are causing massive amount of the problems, we have to have an open and sensible discussion and debate about it. And anyone who comes out and says you're far right or you're an extremist or you're an Islamophobe, it's like, what? Like, what are you on about? How can Gary Neville say what he said and think genuine? I actually want to ask him, I'm like, how can you think the problem is with middle-aged white men? Have you got your head stuck so far up David Beckham's fucking sphincter that you do not know what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely spot on with it. He lives in a bubble. He's immune to working class issues that are going on right now.
What did he think? When he got up and he put that video on LinkedIn, did he think, fucking hell, I'm fucking so base, me. I'm so fucking cool and I've got the politics down. I've made a great decision by putting my weight behind Keir Starmer because he's been phenomenal since he got in. He is fucking, everybody loves him. Everybody thinks Keir Starmer's done the boss job. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put myself a little LinkedIn video where I get myself from a fucking really bad angle and you can see right up my snotter, my little shit muzzy, and I'll fucking start waxing lyrical about people who are putting flags up, who fucking buy Arnie to Chinese and fucking support the country that I actually played for and was brought up in. And I haven't said jack shit about the grape jihad that has gone on in and around the local communities that I've been part of.
He specifically said no comment.
No, he got asked and he didn't know Donald Trump was the president and he was fucking... He is one absolute out of touch and a made up, like, I think Simon Jordan is one of the best in terms of the mainstream sport narrative. He is one of the ones who actually puts it on people's toes. Who actually, if he's got a disagreement with somebody, will voice that to the point of getting them on the show and having it with them. You know, whether that's Eddie Hearn or whichever side you come of it, he does have the cojones to call people out. He doesn't skulk in the background or be a little fanny on the show, and he's rightly called Gary out here. I seen the little segment with Jim White, and obviously Jim was trying to play devil's advocate. Yeah. But Simon was absolutely spot on when he said what he said. Like, this is an insensitive comment from, I would imagine, a huge part of Sky and the football subscriptions are the people that Gary's saying are responsible for problems in this country that are leading to people losing their lives, which I just can't see. I can't see how nobody around him has gone, hey, what the fucking hell are you on about?
But the worst part about it as well, there's loads of bad about it, he's actually blaming white middle class men for stoking the fire and creating diversity in this country while he's on his own phone putting videos out as a white middle class man stoking the fire, creating diversity in this country.
Have you seen the Davos video with the Israeli?
Oh yeah, he's fucking just.
He's an Australian guy. He works for Rebel News, that Ezra Levant's channel, which is like they're like citizen journalists a little bit, but they've got a bit of a kind of anti-establishment, anti-World Economic Forum, this Davos kind of one world order madness. Just like, have you seen the Beckham thing with him and Bill Gates are doing the finger puppets thing? And that? It's just like,
your toes are curling.
Again, you don't know what people have got over these people. You don't know what parties they've been to with two-way mirrors and all being fucking, who knows what they get up to. You know what I mean? They have a little fucking line of the old pervert powder. They go, ooh, and all of a sudden, lad, they think they're invisible. They think that they can do and say whatever they want. This celebrity type, and the fucking craziness at them. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, he probably thinks he's saying something that's going to help everybody. But I'm going, wake up, Gary, open the curtains, lad. Smell the fucking coffee. Smell what's going on. Because he's one gobshite. I've had enough of him. I've had enough of his nonsense when it comes to football. He manages Salford's enterprise. The class of nonsense. You're hanging out with somebody who buries his own fucking brother's bed. You shouldn't even speak to. He should be extradited to go and live where Napoleon lived on that island when the French had enough of him. He should be living on an island, Ryan Giggs. An island away from everybody else. If you will fucking iron out your brother's fucking bed, you should be put on Robben Island or the equivalent of that in the UK. Never to be seen again. Lock him on there, throw away the key. Because he'll only start goosing the seagulls anyway. Because he is a fucking unscrupulous character. And I'm hearing the classic nonsense. Not only, they're back in there, it's flattening someone's bed in there, or ex-bed.
Yeah.
And they're going round. I'm going, Gary, lad, you've got your own problems. Salford can't win a game of footy. You're hemorrhaging money left, right and centre, right? You're sacking people who were working for your building site for having any flags, right? He's got a tower getting built in Manchester. Like, this is not a fella who... Like, he has no comprehension of what's happening for the normal citizen.
This is nonsense.
Lad, this is fucking madness. Somebody's doing all fucking balmy things with a top hat on in the Harrogate game. He has no comprehension of what's going on in the real world, this fella.